Of course. It's a substantive part of the scene, and I think that it was launched wonderfully well for the article Garth Youngberg Rides Again, which was in the New Farm magazine. I like that title. Did you feel, you must have felt at that time a great deal of excitement and challenge about starting the Institute? And,
yes, I did. Again, it was a difficult period, but certainly there was a sense of excitement too, and a sense that it was important to maintain the momentum. There was momentum, despite some of the negative and countervailing reactions to the report. There was momentum. I think going back to the USDA report, it's only one piece in all of the chain of events that have occurred, but it was an important one. This was the first time that the USDA put its logo on a report on organic farming, and it was a kind of a revolutionary step in a way.
Yes.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but it also had some impact internationally.
No.
As a matter of fact, the last count, I think 8. It had been translated into 8
different
languages and dialects. And some of the requests, well, many of the requests that we got while I was still in the department were from developing countries and other countries, and we still get requests here for the report, as a matter of fact. I would say one a week, perhaps. So it did have a major impact.
Considering it's over 10 years old now,
yes,
to get that many requests in that many languages is most impressive.
But I think that was really a watershed period to at least begin the slow process of opening up a dialogue. And as you know, the 1980s has been, in general, a positive decade for alternative agriculture. And
yes.
I see it as a decade of awareness building. You may have heard me say this before. But that's the way it looks to me. It was a period in which there has not been an enormous amount of institutionalization, although some important institutional changes have occurred. But as I think back to the attitudes and perceptions and reactions of people to these subjects back in the late 70s or early 80s, or going back to when I wrote the paper in the mid-70s and so forth, and comparing them to the reactions and perceptions and so forth today, there really has been a tremendous amount of awareness building, a lot of education, a lot more understanding about not only how these systems work, but what the motivations and goals and objectives of the proponents are. I think that's been another one of those problem areas where we need better communication about. Hopefully the 1990s will be a decade of institution building, that now that people realize that there's something to this, that there's a scientific basis to alternative systems, and that there is a legitimate research agenda out there, and that these systems can address many of our problems. I would look for a lot more institutionalization in the 1990s.